Before moving toward today's lesson, I want to have the recap of previous knowledge. But first, remind in your minds that which chapter was there which you have learned the last week. Wow, that's good. You remember it was our carbon footprints. And today, in previous knowledge recap, I have prepared a few questions related that chapter. My question number 1 from you is, what is meant by our carbon footprints? Yes, think about it. Well done. This is the measurement of carbon dioxide produced due to the activities of a person or organization. Well done. My question number 2 from you is, why it is needed to reduce it? Means to reduce carbon dioxide. Well done. To save environment, to save wildlife, for human health, to save energy, and also to control climate change. Well, these are the reasons that we need to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide. Now, my question number 3 is, how can we reduce our carbon footprints? Yes, exactly. We can reduce it by adopting 3R principles. What are 3R principles? Reducing, reusing, and recycling. Reduce means that you are using vehicles to move from one place to another. But if you want to reduce carbon dioxide, you can go at your desired place by walking. And reusing means that those things which you have used once, you can use them again, like newspaper to wrap the gift or any other thing. And recycling means you can make new things by using the old stuff, like you can use the shoe box to make tissue paper box. Exactly. So these are the 3R principles which will help you to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide. Before moving toward today's lesson, I want to share some objectives with you. Students will read the story The Lost City, lesson number 5 from Learner's Book, page number 44, 45 and 46. It means that when you are listening my lecture, you have to go through pages 44, 45 and 46. Students will underline the difficult words and look up their meanings in the dictionary. Those difficult words, a few difficult words I have written over here, like valley, complaint, wondrous, ancient, growling, roar, sparkle, and want. You will also be able to write the story in past simple tense. As I have told you that you will go through pages 44, 45 and 46. This is the story which is having a few more difficult and new vocabulary words. First, I want to explain those words for you, because if you are well aware about those new vocabulary words, you can understand the story well. There are a few words like valley. Valley is a low area of land between hills and mountains. I have also shown the picture of valley here. This is the beautiful valley of Pakistan, Hunza Valley. And second word is complaint. Complaint means express dissatisfaction about something, means you are not satisfied with that. And wondrous, delightful or marvelous, means which thing gives you happiness and also surprises you. Ancient. Ancient means very old, from the old time. Growling. Growling is basically the low grating sound. This is the sound of a man. It can be the heavy sound in anger, but it is usually the sound of animals. Roar. Roar is the voice of lion or tiger. Sparkle. Sparkle means shines brightly. Wand. Wand means to inform about danger. Gong. A metal disc gives sound on touching. And chirp, high-pitched sound of insects or birds. In this chapter, there are two more new vocabulary words like gong and chirp. Gong is basically like a bell which was rung with the help of the stick. It was rung because the Chinese civilization considered it that it will bring good fortune for them if they will rung that bell or gong. And chirp is the sound of cricket which is discussed in this chapter. I have also shown the picture of the insect cricket here. Now I am gonna explain the story The Lost City for you. Yonghu and Husheng are the two friend pandas. This story belongs to them. They walk together to find a lost ancient city. They have wondrous surprises and adventures on the way. In first paragraph, you will be able to see that Yonghu and Husheng walked through the valley. Yonghu complained of getting tired and he is not much aware like Husheng about the journey. Husheng told his friend that they are going to have wondrous surprises as they are going to find an ancient city. Husheng is the wise panda. He told his friend about various surprises they would have over there. Yonghu asked, "Is there bamboo?" Bamboo is the thing which is eaten by all the pandas. This is basically one of the favorite food of the pandas. Husheng replied, "Much." And this thing made happy to Yonghu. And then they started their journey. Second paragraph. After several hours, they reached near the mountains. They heard a growling sound. I have told you that what is growling sound. Husheng told it is roar of a tiger echoing from the wall of the lost city. It was magnificent because the walls of lost city were high and sparkle in the sunshine because they were made of jade. Jade is basically the material which is made of two different minerals and it shines in the sunshine. Husheng told his friend that there are jade, gold, ivory, and rubies in that city. Ruby is a stone, red stone, which is also very precious. Gold, as you know what is gold. Ivory is the teeth of elephant, which are also very costly and precious. They climbed up the stairs to reach the top of the wall near the city. Now moving ahead toward third paragraph, when they reached the top of the wall, they decided to move ahead to reach the middle of the city and saw Gong hanged from the poles surrounded by several Chinese statues. You can see the statue of a lion and its eyes are red. It means that the ruby is embedded in place of the eyes. That's why the eyes of that lion are red. The wiser panda Husheng said that we should not touch anything unnecessarily and maintain respect. On his permission, Yonghu picked up the stick and hit the gong. In fourth paragraph, you will see that when the gong stopped and there was silence, the cricket began to chirp. Means the cricket insect began to make a sound which is called chirp. It was beautiful sound, but Yonghu waited for the jade and ivory. He was not taking interest in all these things, he was just waiting for the precious things. Hu Xing said that this is our actual surprise because nobody else in the world has heard this beautiful sound before. In last paragraph you will see that Yong Hu still waited for the jewels and he asked about them from Hu Xing. Then Hu Xing told they cannot take anything from that place to anywhere because these things belongs only to the people of that place. Soon Yong Hu forgot about jewels when he was told that he can eat all the bamboos as much as he can. He got very happy on this and he considered it the surprise for him. But Hu Sheng, the wise panda, was very happy to see the ancient city and also by observing all the precious things belongs to the ancient time. So this was the story and it is written by Margot Follis. Before assigning you the written work, I want to share the success criteria with you. You have to read the story and underline the difficult words. You will write new vocabulary words in vocabulary journal. You will read and listen the summary of story carefully for better understanding of it. And you will also follow the rules of writing story. The written work for week 8 is there is a paragraph given to you and from this paragraph you have to find the adjectives. Hint is there that there are 20 adjectives in this paragraph. You have to find all of them from this paragraph. You will do this written work as well on your loose sheet. You will also write a short story. But to write the story, you have to follow some of the rules. Like I have made here the web organizer, which is showing that what are the necessary things to put in a story. First of all, you should declare the title of the story. Then you must be clear that what is the theme of your story, what the lesson is given by your story. Setting, that where is the story going to take place. Like the story of two pandas is about the Chinese civilization. And characters. Characters means which characters are going to be the part of your story. Like the story Lost City has the two main characters, pandas. And moral. Moral means that which lesson is given by your story and what the people are going to learn from it. Like from the Lost City, you have learned that these are not only the jewels that have importance from the ancient civilization, but we should also give value to the culture and different activities of the ancient time. The other things that can make your story better, you have to use the simple past tense to write the story. In simple past tense, you are going to use the second form of the verb. And you can also use the adjectives to describe the personality of the different characters or the things. You can use the adjectives because you know that adjectives are the words that are used to describe the good or bad qualities of a person or thing. The other task for written work is to find the meanings of these words in the dictionary, like valley, complaint, wondrous, ancient, growling, roar, sparkle, and want. I have given the meanings of these words in my lecture as well. You can use any 5 of them to make sentences. This is your written work. And you are going to answer the following questions in your written work. Question number 1 is, in which country the story has been set in. Well done. This story is about China and Chinese civilization. Question number 2. Values learned from the story. As I have explained the value that you have learned from this story in my lecture, you can hear that by